Are you looking for a neighborhood with tree-lined streets? Well, that's something that we're seeing a lot of requests for. And there's some really good reasons to have some tree-lined streets, but there's definitely one or two things that, well, you want to watch out for. This is Ron Wojciechowski with Wise Home Team Realty, and we're talking about tree-lined streets today. Well, I think that we all think about taking a nice walk on a beautiful day on tree-lined streets. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? And with so many people getting more into their fitness is what I would say, tree-lined streets are a great option for you to get out and see the neighborhood and get some exercise. And on most occasions, that's a pretty good thing. I will tell you, in Florida, on a summer day where it could be 90, 95, even 100 degrees, that shade probably is the difference for some people between walking and not walking. So tree-lined streets are absolutely something to think about if you're active and you like that sort of thing. I would also tell you that because there's not a lot of neighborhoods with tree-lined streets, they're typically highly sought after. Very few neighborhoods actually have sidewalks and trees and shade that's very walkable. So we do want to make sure that if you're looking for that, that we have a very refined search. And the type of trees, well, are they big trees that give lots of shade? Are they just small trees out by the road or just in the yard? So there's a big differentiation for it. Now, I actually happen to live in a neighborhood with tree-lined streets, and for all the benefits, well, there's one or two things that I think that you might want to know about. So the first thing I would tell you about is on a tree-lined street, in our neighborhood, they actually have maintenance once or twice a year where they come trim the limbs, and during that week there's trees everywhere. So they've got to they've got to cut them down, block off the road a little bit. And usually they're picked up right away and not left on the side of the road. So there's a lot of maintenance that goes by over the year with that. Now, with that said, that in between times, if they're only doing it once or twice a year, you may want some additional branches moved around. So you may have to do a little extra trimming yourself. And some of these trees can get really big. And that presents a problem number two. Because we have sidewalks and we have really, really big trees, I'm not sure who designed it, but these roots, they're gigantic, and they go underneath the sidewalk and throughout the yard, and they spread and they spread. So your irrigation system can be compromised. Your PVC piping in the irrigation can be broken by those tree limbs. And even worse, the sidewalks. Underneath the sidewalks, as those branches get bigger or the limbs get bigger and bigger and bigger, it's the roots I'm talking about. And we're having sidewalk explosions where there's just giant cracks. And they're not really going up in the air, but the cracks are tremendous. And so as you're walking, if you're not careful, we have seen where some people have actually tripped on the sidewalk, and the sidewalk is being damaged because of the root system of these gigantic trees. So if you're looking at a neighborhood and you want a tree-lined street, take a look at the sidewalks and just dig into the HOA guidelines a little bit. I know it sounds crazy, but what is the plan? Is it the city that's responsible for that maintenance for the sidewalk? Is it the HOA? Because it could be that was unforeseen 20 years ago, and now the city is responsible for the sidewalks, but they never were aware that the trees were actually going to be making more damage than Mother Nature and just time on those sidewalks. So tree-lined streets, I would say it's 80 to 90% really good things with a couple of things that go along with it. A little extra maintenance and maybe a little extra money here and there to repair some sidewalks. The benefits far outweigh the negatives on tree-lined streets. And if you'd like to find a home or just research tree-lined streets, give us a comment below or reach out at ronsellsthebeach.com. We look forward to you subscribing. And if you have questions, just let us know. This is Ron Wojciechowski at Wise Home Team Realty.